Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Like Queen Lisa. And today we have a special treat. We've got two special treats. We've got Hot Tub Johnny coming to you live from New Jersey. And we have a special guest, one of my favorite people. He has been a longtime patron, a loyal friend, comes to almost every one of our meetups, everything he can get to. A wide crypto supporter and an advocate. You'll find out who that is right after this. Like and share this video. Be right back right after this. How's it going, Hot Tub Johnny?
I'm doing good. I'm the hot tub maintenance guy around these parts. That's where the nickname came from.
Yeah, you have to fill everybody in. That you cracked me up when you jumped in and told me what was going on over at the Moore household.
Yeah. We got a nice little hot tub spa set up outside, and I'm messing around with my wife, and sometimes I'll send her funny videos during the day. Johnny, her hot tub repair guy or hot tub maintenance guys at the house doing the hot tubs.
My husband has teased me and done that before. He's like, "I'll be your pool boy." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're a mess." Yeah.
So I actually one thing that I learned with these things is instead of just keep messing with the water because it's a hot tub, I got like a submersive pump. So I just like drain it once in a while. Like every couple of weeks, I drain the water completely, fill fresh water back in there rather than keep adding chemicals, this and that. At some point, it's like, I feel like hot water is different than a pool. You want to kind of change it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems
especially with Hot Tub Johnny in there.
Hot Tub Johnny in there. Yeah. I don't even want to know what goes on after dark with Hot Tub Johnny and Super Hot Kelly. So we have another guest joining us. And you guys, this is another reason, join my Patreon. Lisa was, we've had some crazy stuff going on. You guys know, like we're in a recession. We may be facing the Greatest Depression. I don't know. Things are crazy. Things are happening daily, hourly. You're seeing things coming at us from all over the place. I'm tweeting the heck out of things. I think I almost got a blister the other day. We're sharing information on Patreon. We've got a Telegram group for the Mighty community. I've started a platform over on the Den Social so that we could all have it's like a DAO in that it's not going to be a fascist regime. You will all be able to, I just did our first governance vote thing where we're going to vote on what the picture is going to be for the profile picture. And one of the suggestions is this picture.
There you go.
Polly P. And one of the suggestions is this picture from the event. And another suggestion is just using the logo for Mighty, but it's called the Mighty Layer. I paid for it and did a business layer instead of doing the community buildup because that takes longer. But it's a platform where it's kind of like social media in that you can have ownership of the layer, and then you can through your contribution of engagement, spending your energy, you can then stake that and earn cryptocurrency. And so I wanted to build something during this time because I think generational wealth is made when there's blood in the streets. And so I wanted to do something for our community. So we'll be talking more about that tomorrow. But there's a post. If you go to my pinned tweet, you can it'll take you right to Den Social. You start an account. All they need is an email, and you can make up an email. They don't KYC. They don't harvest your data. They don't invade your privacy. And it's a way that we can give back to the community. And then the community has say in direction. And each week I'll be giving out what's called LOT, which is layer ownership tokens since it's dragon chain, it's a layer or a
Gotcha.
our like page or our community page is a layer, and we're the mighty layer. And I'll be giving out ownership tokens each week to the 3 top replies on that post. Whoever gets the most upvotes or has like the highest ranking comment. So you watch the shows each week. You go in, you're like, oh my gosh, I love when Johnny said blah, blah, blah. And everybody goes, oh yeah, that was the best part. And they're like, that's the best comment. And then at the end of the week, I'm going to say the top 3 ones get an ownership token. And so then every week you continue to earn passive income by being a part of Team Mighty or the Mighty Lair. So this is separate from the nonprofit. This is it's kind of like a DAO, but it's just it's blockchain. So
that's exciting. That's really exciting. We have to build, you hit the nail on the head of like building solutions and stuff, especially when there's blood in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
The only way we win is to build solutions that embrace this digital wave that's going to take over. We can't fight technology and everything digital. So we have to build things that beat the bad guys that work for us. Mm-hmm. So that's why we say, like, people a lot of times they want to say, like, oh, they want to fight the KYC, right? I'm like, we have to build solutions around this KYC and things that
another option
are relevant. So make it so, yeah, no problem. We're fine doing KYC, but we don't need to do that. So we don't have to do the KYC because that's no longer a need for us to go through that. It's like, wow, these people made it relevant, interesting. And it's like I always say, we want to beat the bad guys by making the things that we don't like kind of like rules for a typewriter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. We're making their stuff rules for typewriter that it's like, oh, you have rules for typewriter? That's awesome.
Nice.
That's great.
When we get on the typewriter, we'll follow them.
That's right.
Right.
You keep up that good work. You keep that typewriter in line.
Exactly.
We're going to be over here. So I want to say welcome to Tom. So like I said, we've been doing things. I'm on the very DAO. I've got some really hard hitting interviews coming up with Reggie Middleton and John Deaton with the things that are going on with the very DAO and Veritasium. So I've been burning the midnight oil, and I meant to send Johnny the StreamYard link to join the interview, and I posted it in my Patreon. So if you are a member on my Patreon and you are a loyal, wonderful, amazing supporter like Tom, who shows up to everything, who is a dear friend and part of our lovely magical internet friends, he's like, oh, Lisa's on, click on the link. And I was like, what are you doing in here, Tom? And he's like, what do you mean? You sent a link and I'm here. So welcome, Tom, to the show.
Well, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it.
What do you think about me sending you a link accidentally and it took you right to the show? What were you thinking?
I was dumbfounded. I'm like, where's the YouTube? What's going on here? I'm like, well, I guess maybe she got kicked off of YouTube, so I'll just go with it and I'll start doing this and doing that. And here I am.
My reputation precedes me.
Tom's live.
Yeah. So you're not cooking dinner. Typically, you're cooking dinner while you're watching the show.
I used to eat at 5 o'clock. That was my grandparents. I lived with them when my parents got divorced for 2 years, and dinner was on the table at 5 o'clock, and you ate everything on your plate. If you wanted more, you can have more, but you better eat everything on your plate.
Mom wants to see you. She's like, where is he?
Where is
Mom,
he?
We're in crypto world, so everybody wants to be anonymous. There's his ankle. You get an ankle and a shoe.
I'll come in for a second. It's this. I have to stand. I don't know if you can see me.
He's super tall.
Yeah. Tom!
Aw, there he is.
What's up?
Love you. What's up, Tom? It's great to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just never know what's going to happen. I
Yeah,
like
I'm
to,
heading to Dallas Friday.
yeah, you are going to Dallas on
Yeah,
Friday?
I'm gonna make it.
Wait, that's next week, Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Litecoin Leader and Patrick, Hakeem, Divvy Daddy are having a meetup in Dallas on Friday the 7th. Clint Westwood's also having a meetup at the Westwood Ranch
Oh man.
Bar and Grill on October the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Figures.
That is the Davis anniversary, so I don't know that we'll be going anywhere, but who knows? We don't have kiddos, so we might take off and show up at either place. That's kind of a toss up for us because it's family both ways for us. So, you know, Johnny, you've been very busy, and I almost spit out my Alani. I'm on energy drinks the last 3 days, which may have something to do with me sending links randomly to places. But when I saw the video that you posted of Powell stating that the CBDC is a priority was going to be privacy. Should I play that?
Play that. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
You know they have no intention of making them private for who is what
They're
I want
talking
to
out of both sides of their mouth. On one hand, they say it's private, but then they say, well, it's not going to be anonymous because it's going to need to do this, this, and this.
So what is privacy versus anonymous?
I don't.
Private for who?
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong platform again.
Get it, Lisa. I'm going to be back. I'm going to check back.
Yeah.
90 seconds. I got to go to my hot tub maintenance.
Hot tub Johnny's on the
job. Hold on.
Yeah. So Tom, tell us a little bit about I don't know what you're doing in crypto right now and how kind of you have an amazing story in crypto. You've kind of like taken some real risks. You've jumped into the community wholehearted. Tell us what drives you to live this crypto life.
Well, I just want to travel and live. I want to go see my kids, and I'm trying to build something, where I have the funds to be able to do that. And hopefully Divvy's going to pull it out for me. But right now it's like a sore subject with it being down so low. I'm not getting the rewards, the dollar figure that I need. So it's been a tough couple months.
Yeah. I think it's a tough couple months for everyone. I'm going to play this real quick and let everybody hear this ridiculousness flying out of his mouth.
We think that there are 4 characteristics of, if we were to pursue a CBDC, it would at a minimum have the following 4 characteristics. First is intermediated. Second is privacy protected. The third is identity verified. So it would not be anonymous. It would not be an anonymous bearer instrument. We think that there are 4 characteristics of, if we were to pursue a CBDC, it would at a minimum have the following 4 characteristics. First is intermediated. Second is privacy protected. The third is identity verified. So it would not be anonymous. It would not be an anonymous bearer instrument.
I just think that is the funniest clip.
So what I could see is them trying to talk out of both sides of their mouth of almost using a trackable blockchain, but then they could say, well, it's privacy protecting because it doesn't show your name when you spend it, kind of like how Bitcoin or Litecoin works now if you spend on chain. But they could say, we know exactly what your address is because we're issuing it to you. So then we see everything you spend it on. And then it's what they call that term programmable money, which when I first got into crypto, I was like, yeah, programmable money. That sounds great. And then I was like, ooh, that really sucks. And what that means is so they can give the money a timer. They can say, hey, Lisa, you only have 90 days to spend your currency. Tom, you get 6 months. Johnny, you might get 1 year, like just because we like people in New Jersey better than Oklahoma. Like, you know what I mean? You're more woke in New Jersey, so we're gonna give you guys longer or something. Like, who knows? So it's bottom line is I could see them trying to say that, but yeah, it's and we want to go to solutions like MWeb, where again it's an extension off of a network, so they could say, okay, in order for a crypto to be compliant, it has to be sold to you through KYC or whatever. Okay, no problem. Then once you get it, you can move it into this privacy tunnel. You know what I mean? And then at least you have a fighting shot to have some sort of freedom going forward. That was always my point with crypto, is like I saw working in payments the trend of everything going digital. So I was like, this isn't going to stop. I was like, this is only increasing at a faster and faster rate. So that's why when I really learned about Bitcoin and Litecoin, I was like, this is a way to give people like a more cash-like experience in a digital world, digital realm. And then I learned about the scarcity aspect, how they print US dollar to no end. And I was like, I saw all those benefits, but you know, so I did a video too this week, and I said that the intrinsic value is about to be seen, because I've never heard so much talk of currency in my life. And I said that in the video, people talking about the dollar, the euro, the pound, the yen, the bond market, the interest rate, the inflation. This is finally on people's radar, mainstream normies, right? You know, what we're seeing in the Bank of England with the pound, with all that, almost hit parity with the dollar. And
what happened first in Japan, where the central bankers and the Treasury were fighting, which doesn't typically happen in that society, and then it happened in England. And there is this battle with the central bankers and their Treasury, and it's like there's an upset. And I think it's going to kind of go around the world.
There's a real, and wait till you see what happens to the real estate market in the U.S. It just hasn't been talked about yet because the data is so lagging of when they report it, so they're able to mask it for a while. But right now, I think the rate on a 30-year mortgage is like 7%. So
it is.
Most people, again, this is going to price most people out. The rates are only rising. When does the Fed reverse course and do this Fed pivot that we keep hearing about, right? So when does that happen? I think when that happens, it's kind of a cue to a lot of people around the world that you'll see a lot of money flood back into the crypto space, Bitcoin, Litecoin. I think we're going to see a decoupling of Bitcoin and Litecoin from the stock market, from the tech sector, from all the – right now everything's tethered together. And I think we're about to see a decoupling because currency's on people's radar. So like I said, this intrinsic value is about to be seen, about to be noticed. It's hard when you're in a paper world, but wait till everybody gets a digital currency and it acts different, it operates different. Then we'll see people say now they see the need for Bitcoin. Now they see the need for Litecoin. And for a lot of people, it'll be too late.
And Russia is, foreigners are offering or to be given anonymous entry points to the digital ruble. There's so much going on. Hold on, I'm trying to send it to, I have to jump around because StreamYard's changed the way they do.
Nana says still too many normies.
Oh, deleted for me, of course. They're not allowing me to send this link.
I agree, Nana. We got to realize though, most of the world is normies, So I think just by this being in the news more and in the mainstream normie land more, it's going to permeate to more of the masses. Now, always is the case that most people will remain asleep, but it's talking about we're waking up percentages of people.
Yes.
And that's the thing. So, you know, when the American Revolution happened, it was, I guess, 3% of people to be a kind of in the know or was needed at that time to, I think, win or to take over or whatever. So it's, I think at this point in time, the amount of people that are kind of in the know of what's going on with this is low. We're probably at like a couple percent, right? Most people will remain asleep, but what happens when we get to 10% of people that know what's going on now? That's a big number now. If you have 10% of people, you're in a town of 10,000 people, 1,000 people in that town know the system. They're going to know what's up. Now you're talking a lot of people. I think right now in a town of 10,000 people, you're probably saying, hey, 100 to 300 people maybe know what's up. We're lucky. So that's going to be a much bigger swing in our favor for getting real change to go down.
Yeah, I thought this was really interesting. The foreigners to be given anonymous entry points to digital ruble.
The ruble, the most interesting thing with that, the news stopped reporting it when they first hit the sanctions. The ruble crashed, and the news reported it like crazy and said the ruble's crashing against the dollar, yada, yada, yada. Stop talking about it. Since then, it looks like a meme coin of how it's rose in value against the dollar. I mean, it just went up like a rocket. And so we keep hearing the dollar's so strong. The dollar's so strong. It is. The only currency that's performing better this year is the ruble.
Partially because of this. They're proposing a new standard to compete with the rigged LBMA. And it's, that BRICS currency proposed by Putin. More and more countries are joining that. It's backed by gold and other tangible assets in the commodities of each country. And then the other thing that I saw, I've been doing all this research for Very Dow and all this, and came across this video, or maybe it was an article. It was an article where SEC Chairman Gensler says, literally, and hopefully I can share this. It's in Bitcoin Magazine. The US dollar, the euro, the yen, and most of public companies are digital. You buy and sell stocks that are digital. You buy and sell treasuries that are digital. There is no physical treasury debt any longer. I tend to call these digital assets. He literally said that. So people thinking, and you're seeing these other countries that are saying, okay, we're going physical. Yes, we're going to have a digital CBDC or whatever, but it's backed by something physical. He's literally saying, we don't have it anymore. Let me see if I can get this to the other
scary
the other platform. Yeah. He's saying the emperor has no clothes. Oh, it won't let it come up. Hold on, let me try again. I'm going to try.
There's a lot. I mean, the other thing is too, because their currency went up because it was in demand. That's the other thing. Their currency, because he said you have to buy oil now in ruble or gold, and it created demand for the ruble. That definitely.
Here it is. Layered our money system, our digital money system, about 40 years ago. with money laundering and various sanctions and regimes around the globe. We layered that over a digital currency system called our banking system. In 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto wrote this paper in part as a reaction, an off-the-grid type of approach. And it's not surprising that there's some competition you and I don't support, but that's trying to undermine that worldwide consensus. Where's that? Largely been about raising money. Blah, 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 blah. These are the gatekeepers. Find a path to register, investors, trading platform, talking about the US dollar and downplaying their differences. Okay, here it is. The US dollar, the euro, the yen, and most of public companies are digital. You buy and sell stocks that are digital. You buy and sell treasuries that are digital. There is no physical treasury debt any longer.
Tend to call these digital assets. There you go.
Yeah, it's like try and get yourself stock certificates. You know, it's all the digital stuff. It's all rehypothecated. They just keep making them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Comex, paper, silver, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The silver market's the most obvious now because it's try to buy silver for that spot price. You can't. So it shows how it's just shows how manipulated things are.
Everything.
It's crazy. But
I think you're right. And this was in Cliff High's data, was that crypto would wake the world up to what is going on with the money, how the money is broken.
I think
you're right there.
A Bitcoin or Litecoin, like as a world currency, right? That's trusted and reliable, a world standard, right? Now you have something that is trusted, reliable for everybody. And it could really wake people up again to, hey, wait a second. What is this? This isn't, no one's issuing this. So people will get back to more how they used to think when gold was money or silver was money. It's fascinating when I tell people this story. I say, well, what's the difference between $100 bill and a $1 bill? Mm-hmm. And then I show them both, and I say they cost the same amount to make. It's the same kind of piece of paper. Maybe the 100 costs a penny more because they put more holograms or whatever in it. But generally speaking, it's within a penny of each other in cost. And that scares a lot of people. They're like, that's a scary thought. That's a scary, because people just don't think about this. And it's like, so it's not on people's minds, but I feel like it is now because it's more than ever. Like Nana said, there's a lot of normies. A lot of people still aren't thinking this, but more and more people are now than ever because they're seeing it. It's affecting their regular life. They're seeing things cost more. Mm-hmm. I can't buy as much as I used to. Wow, I can't get this product.
But maybe the CBDC has to roll out then for them really to have that true experience. Because you or Westwood, somebody was talking about that they could see where we would be in a situation where there, and I think this was another Cliff High data, where there'll be two currencies where you would buy this pen, but with the CBDC, it would cost one CBDC, or no, I'm not saying that right. It would cost 5 CBDCs. But with free money, with this, it would cost only $1 or whatever.
People want whatever, because people would finally say, hey, we don't want your currency anymore. We want money. And they'll see the difference.
We want free money,
right?
Not CBDCs that are tracked.
Right. So that's you won't see the value in Bitcoin or Litecoin or crypto until you go to an all digital system, because I feel like it's people relate it too much to a stock. And until they go to an all digital system and they can actually use the stuff or have a need to use it, they're going to just think of it as I log into an app and the price goes up and down. And yeah, I have Apple stock or Meta stock or this stock. That's like having Bitcoin, right?
So they're still in that ICO craze mindset. Is that what it is?
They're just in the number go up, stock market, make money. Fiat is the God mindset. And Hot Tub Johnny will be right back. I got to go attend to the hot tub.
All right, Hot Tub Johnny. We'll hold it down. Tom's got me covered. All right. Well, Tom, give us a little bit of your feedback on where you are with all of this and what you think about cryptos and the market and what your experience is with this.
Oh, I love cryptos. When I'm at the golf course now, what I'm talking to, but it just happens to be the people are a lot older and they're just scared of cryptos. But I golfed with the guy yesterday. He was probably about 35. And I told him about cryptos and Divi and stuff like that. And he's interested. He took my number and I emailed him the diviproject.org. So he said he's going to check out the white papers and read on it, and then he's going to get back with me. So might have someone new in cryptos coming up.
Yeah, I think the whole sharing a white paper is a new experience. Bringing in the term white paper or I know when I was first introduced to that or the idea of a white paper, reading the Bitcoin white paper, it made me start questioning other things when people would bring a project to me or something. I didn't just take it at face value. I was like, well, where's your white paper? Or, show me yours kind of thing. So there is the real, the whole education thing that's behind all of this. And there's so many pieces of it, the self-custody, education, the choices about, is it tech? Is it, is it a use case, or is it kind of like a stock? Is it a project, or a business that you're being a part of? So there is a lot of education in this for people to get involved in, and we are still early. I know that when Johnny talks about, we all talk about, the normies and the people that aren't. I've kind of had an awakening on that, and that there will always be those that are either not awake or that aren't capable of. I had a special needs daughter myself that she would never have been capable of self-custody. And there will always be those in society that aren't going to be either willing to or capable of. And so imagining a world where it's only self-custody and damn the rest of them is not realistic. So the responsibility of those of us that are awake is to build and is to create those pathways. And, when I think back about, I was watching doing some research and watching some videos about credit card adoption and how that all happened, and the Diners Club card, and what was meant for one purpose kind of morphed into what was really a stronger use case. And then people were using it without, I still don't know how the credit card works. I mean, Johnny's been educating us for, we've had the channel since 2018. I think Johnny came on probably in 2018, at least in 2019, and has been with us. And I'm still learning things from him about credit card processing and how it all works and crazy things. And so you don't really, as much as, we do, purists of crypto and blockchain, think, oh, well, you have to know how it works and everybody has to be self-custody and know how it works. That's for society to work as a whole. That's not how everyone has to do it. But it only, in what Johnny was saying earlier about like in the revolution, it took 3%. So the doers are going to do, and the people that are the followers will follow. We just have to get up and lead. We have to go build, and we have to do. And that's why I'm asking, I know you guys are those people, and I'm asking you to like come with me to Den Social, get an account. It's super easy. Use your email, sign up over there. It's a benefit to you, and you post a reply on the. I'll post a weekly. I'm going to post a weekly post that's going to have that following Friday's show already queued up in it, and then I'm going to do like show notes every day, or I'm trying to do it every day. Hey, on Monday we talked about this, on Tuesday we talked about that, and then you guys, oh yeah, and Daddy-O was already posting hilarious stuff about Westwood's rants when he loses it or something, and I can't remember. There's some other really funny comments in there already, and so then you go through and you read the replies, and you either upvote or downvote. And so then on Friday, Westwood and I will go through. We're going to show it while we're live and see who has like the highest upvotes and downvotes. And I may let it go ahead and run through. We're going to talk about it tomorrow because we're going to have Dave on from Den, and he's going to help me figure out the best strategy, because I want it to be the most fair for everybody that participates. But I'm either going to let it run through Sunday, or I'll go ahead and distribute the lot right there, because I can tip it out to you guys, and you will then own part of the layer or part of that platform blockchain. Like, it's like a DAO, and we'll all own it together, and that gives you like governance, voting rights. So then like you can post in there, you can make a proposal like, hey, we should change the profile pic, and then we can all vote on it. There's a private chat in there. So like Ben just had to shut down his private chat on Telegram that I started for him. So I had to go in. He messaged me. He's like, somebody's pretending to be Kelly and scamming people. Please go shut it down. Well, this is not going to happen in there because you don't share your private information. So like we have a private chat in there that's safe, that doesn't share people's information. We can do all kinds of stuff, and they have other layers that have different subjects, but this is kind of our like community thing that it'll be cool. So I'm excited about it. Yeah, so go over there, log in, make a little account. Like I said, it only takes, you can make a whole new separate Gmail for it or something that's just for Den, that's not attached to anything else, and just log in with that. And that way it's not attached to anything else, because they don't really care. It's just so if you have like customer service issues, that you can message them and they can message you back. But anyway, hopefully everybody's safe in Florida. That's the other thing, sending lots of love. I did check on Ben. Some people asked me to check on Ben and Kelly, and they are doing fine. They weathered the storm quite well. I got an update from Blind Dave that Javi is good, and so is Jim. So checking in with the fam. I think everybody that I know of in Florida weathered the storm quite well. So
is Ben in the part of Florida, like, is he on the West Coast side that got hit the hardest too?
Yeah, he's in Sarasota or around that area-ish.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But he said they're good and safe, and everybody weathered the storm really well. So
Vix thinks this is going to take out the insurance industry, which is going to set off some
wow,
because of all the reinsurance. And he said because there's so many derivatives tied up in that, and all insurance really is counterparty risk. So if the insurance company goes belly up, they can't pay. And I think the issue is right now the property values exploded so much in Florida. So in terms of property damage, it's got to be staggering.
Yeah, that's going to be the most highest dollar. It's going to beat Katrina.
It should blow Katrina out of the water in terms of I don't think these insurance companies can take a hit like that.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think of that.
Yep.
The timing of this, that it's right when the bubble hits.
Timing is key.
The timing is, and it definitely, too, that South Florida area is just, that real estate is just
Primo.
And man, it's going to be. I mean, I think Katrina was 108 billion in terms of property damage. I mean, this will probably be several hundred billion.
Yeah, Katrina was in the low rent districts, though. All those people were just
Right, exactly. So now you're talking about, in terms of property value, and this could be $300, $400, $500 billion in damage.
Well, and the money mistakes are just flying. I mean, the IRS now today came out that they sent millions of wrong child tax credits out to the wrong people. I mean, the stories just do not stop coming. There was supposedly Apple news alerts sent out some really vulgar news alerts to people. There's just a lot of really pretty horrible stuff. I'm trying to think if I can share any of this other stuff. Probably not without getting in trouble. So, I'm a pretty hard stop. I've got another very down meeting today at the end of the day, and I think another interview tonight. So, you guys all stay aware with what's going on. I think that our community is some of the most well informed. Everybody's really staying on top of what's going on and being smart about, having your assets in your own possession. They froze Do Kwon's. I saw somebody, they were freezing Do Kwon's assets. And somebody was like, "Oh, how do you freeze Bitcoin exactly?" I was like, "Well, it says that they went to 2 different exchanges. So apparently he's not so brilliant because he left his money on the exchanges." I mean, that kind of surprised me personally.
A lot of people, these guys are sloppy behind the scenes.
I guess.
They get comfortable and
overconfident.
Yeah.
I guess.
What a fall that guy! What a fall from grace that guy had this year. My God.
Wow. Yeah. Or was it on purpose? Like when things are that obvious, that sloppy, was it a handover instead?
I think most of this stuff is on purpose and by design, and a lot of what we're seeing is fake. But that's kind of what I think. That's just me. That helps me get through my days a little better, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think I'm that stupid? That's what I always think. You really think I'm that stupid?
No. And they always have multiple. One thing is they always have multiple key sets of agenda. They're not just getting us from one angle. It's like, oh yeah, this is what they're showing us, but they're getting us here. They're getting us here. They're trying to put this and that in. So it's always you always got to watch them from every angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So stay sharp, everybody, and stay safe. And Tom, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, I was a surprise and kind of weird, but
hey, it's the new normal.
Great seeing you, Tom.
Yeah, great seeing you. I can't wait to see you guys again.
Yeah, me too. We had a great time in Oklahoma.
Oh, that was epic. That was fun.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again soon. We'll probably do it again this spring. So we'll see you guys then. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.